We're in our studios. It is Taking the Mikel, the Obi One Podcast. The big boss man, John Obi Mikel, Chris McCarty. And it's deja vu, John. Well, first and foremost, hello, John.
Deja vu.
Let's start there.
It was a deja vu night. It was a deja vu week. I don't think obviously, since the Premier League started this season, I think for me, this has been the best week, games-wise, in terms of,
storylines and...
Not the best for us, obviously, Chelsea fans, but I mean, it was a lot of excitement, there was a lot of things to talk about. So yeah, exciting. Looking forward to this one.
It's going to be a great episode. Listen, a bit of housekeeping, John, before we do anything else. Loads coming up. Let's announce the Obi One Podcast.
Yes. Powered
by BetWinner. Season 4, first episode out on Thursday.
Yeah, we're back again.
And it's a biggie because, you've spent your hard-earned cash. You've flown to Brazil.
Thanks to BetWinner, mate.
Thank you, BetWinner. And you've landed an interview that I think not just Chelsea fans, football fans are going to be incredibly excited about.
Oh, yes.
Because this bloke doesn't speak often.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't speak often. I don't think he's done any interview or any podcast since he left the club. Left the club at the age of 23, 24, and a lot of people were thinking, what the hell are you doing? And we travel across the continent, 14 hours flight, 14, 15 hours flight.
We were sitting in business, John.
What's going on here? But as we've always said, we will bring you the best. We will bring you guys the best content. We'll bring you guys the biggest names. We will not disappoint you guys. And that's why we've been doing what we do in the podcast, doing really, really well. And it doesn't matter where you are, we'll find the best. We'll bring you guys the best. And of course, if you want to listen to why this bloke left the club at the age of 24, 23 to go to China, and a lot of people questioning, what the hell are you doing? You need to stay at Chelsea. You need to play in the Premier League, Champions League, try to win trophies before you can go to China. But he decided, you know what, I'm going to pack up my bags with my family, my young family, travel all the way to China and stay in China for the best of 9 years. Tune in and listen to this. It was brilliant discussion with the one and only Oscar.
What a player. What a player he was. And you tell me, he's a great guy as well.
Great guy. Fantastic guy. It was like, you here? Call me, let's go for lunch, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm here. Obviously, he was training, he was busy, and he gave us the time that we needed. He came, he was humble as always, as he's always been. Fantastic, with us, and very open, very, very open. Every question I asked him, he absolutely answered to the T. Answered every question.
Good on him.
He was very open. He talked about why he left Chelsea and why he couldn't turn down the offer from China.
Of course.
He couldn't turn that down.
You
have to listen to see the reason why, and listen to the reason why, this bloke couldn't turn down the offer. Yeah. Because when you get a blank check and say, listen, mate, put your numbers in.
I'd be there.
Nobody turns that down, mate.
No chance. So Oscar, exclusive to the Obi One Podcast, made possible by BetWinner. John in Brazil sat down for a good 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, and I showed
Oscar.
off my amazing body.
Physique.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
on the beach.
Look at this.
Copacabana beach. I couldn't miss that. The temptation was too much, mate.
That's the real reason that we went to Brazil. That exclusive on Thursday, available on all your usual podcast platforms and on our YouTube channel. The first of many with some big names this season. The other big event we need to talk about, not just the release of season 4 first episode, but it's our live event.
Yes.
Monday, October the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be at the Clapham Grand, an iconic venue in London. John Obi, joined by his former captain, John Terry. We're looking forward to this event.
The two Johns. It doesn't get any bigger, mate. It doesn't get any bigger.
I can say that.
The leader, the captain, a man who bleeds blue. And I think it's massively important for a lot of the Chelsea fans to come out and watch this, because it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Deep conversation on what is happening right now. We can see that we haven't started the season really well. Of course, you need to hear from the man, the captain, the man who knows the culture of this football club, he helped build this football club in terms of the culture of who we are. So it's important for the fans to come out and listen firsthand of what he has to say. How do we get back to winning ways? How do we maintain that culture in terms of winning the Premier League, the Champions League? Because he knows, if anybody can tell you fans how we can get back to that, it is JT.
Yeah.
It is JT. I know I spent the best part of 11 years, but, JT's been there, was there for forever. But it will be brilliant for our fans to come out and listen and watch, because it's going to be absolutely brilliant.
I'm looking forward to it. Tickets available now. They're available from the link at the bottom of the screen. Opportunity on the night. There will be raffle items, some incredible items on that front.
Yeah.
And we'll do a little bit of an auction as well. We're going to have fun, going to raise some funds for charity as well. This man is going to
come with some iPads and some iPhones as well.
Yeah, you've dug deep.
Yeah.
In the bet winner of dug deep into
Listen,
their
Chelsea
pockets.
has given me so much. I think it's about time for me to give back to my fans. You know what I mean?
Good on you.
So there's going to be raffles there for my fans, Chelsea fans, to come and win some amazing. It's
going to be great.
Some amazing gifts.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Doors open at 6:30. As I say, tickets available now. We'd love to see you down there. Be an interactive evening as well, an opportunity for you guys to ask some questions to the main men as well, John Obi Mikel and John Terry, our special guest for the Obi One Podcast live in London. So that's all the housekeeping taken care of, John. In terms of the weekend, you've said it, no doubt, week 6, the best weekend of the Premier League season so far. Chelsea result, I guess, from your perspective aside, because yet again, John, we're sat for the second week running. We're talking about naivety a little, a sending off, changing the complexion in Chelsea, back-to-back defeats.
Inexperience.
Yeah.
Inexperience. I think that's what you can conclude about it. That's the main word there, inexperience. I think looking back at that game, a game that we were so dominant, started the game really well, went 1-0 up, cruising, everything looks good. And again, another stupid, needless mistake. We've talked about it so many times, and I've always said it. We had, in the summer, to strengthen in positions where I've always mentioned, we've always mentioned in this pod, and a lot of Chelsea fans have always mentioned, a striker, which we went out and got, tick the box, a centre-back or another centre-back, which we didn't get, and a goalkeeper. And I think the club will look back at it and come the end of the season and say, this is where we messed up. This is where we effed up, because we didn't go out there and get and strengthen those positions. And now we can see it. Our defense is nowhere near good enough to win the Premier League. It's impossible. We cannot win the Premier League with the defense that we have. It's impossible. I said it here last week, and I'm saying it here again this week. We cannot win the Premier League, nowhere close, with the defenders and the goalkeeper that we have. Going forward, midfield, I think we're good enough. Going forward, we can create chances. We can score goals. We've seen that. Pedro Neto, I think for me, is absolutely fantastic. João Pedro, we can't talk about how good enough he is. Liam Delap, obviously, eventually. Injured. So for me, I think going forward, we're brilliant. It's our defense. Yeah. Levi Colwill has the potential to be a fantastic top defender, but he's not there yet. And now he's gone missing. Obviously, injury-wise, now he's missing. And I think that's where the club would have gone out in the summer and strengthened that position, bringing another top centre-back to help Levi Colwill. And now that we know that he's injured, we would have had somebody else to cover. Now we don't. We are so light in that position. We're so weak in that position. And now Chalobah is, again, he's going to miss the game against Liverpool. So it's absolutely not a good place. We're not in a good place in terms of when it comes to that our defense. We're not strong in that position. And you cannot win the Premier League. Strikers win you games. We said it last week. Brilliant. Your defense win you the titles. Your defense win you the Premier League and the Champions League. If you have a solid top defenders, top goalkeepers, they'll win you the championship. And we don't have that right now. And I think we will struggle. We can see that. Once we go down to 10 men, it's impossible. We can't defend. We can't get hold of the ball. And we're just so open. We're just so open. And if we want to talk about the goal that we conceded, Enzo Fernandez is a World Cup winner. A World Cup winner. Backs of experience. We've gone down to 10 men. Yeah, Rhys James, injured, went out. Obviously had to go out for a couple of minutes. Yeah. And the referee threw a dead ball. As an experienced player, a top player, a World Cup winner, your first idea this is where we were so good. A lot of people talk about our era where we were so good winning games, especially at home, especially when we went down to 10 men. It's so difficult to break us down. So difficult because we mastered it. What would have happened there straight away? The likes of JT, Peter Cech, Didier Drogba would tell you, oi, make sure that ball does not go back to our half.
Yeah.
Because what are you, if you do that straight away, you're telling the opposition, what? Come and pressure us. Come and put us under pressure in our own half. That's exactly what happened. That ball, that dead ball that the referee threw down for Fernandes should have gone straight to throw in or to the Brighton half.
Yeah.
What do?
Press.
Squeeze them up there and make sure we stop them from coming out. By him passing that ball back to our half, what are you telling them?
You're
invited the pressure. Yeah. You should see the Brighton players straight away. They smelled the danger. They pressed us very, very high. Ball went back to Chalobah. Chalobah panicked, passed the ball to Santos. Santos also, he was trying to cover Reece James. What did he do? He panicked, tried to pass the ball back to Sanchez, and the pressure from the Brighton players straight away snatched the ball, and that's how we got sent off. Down to 10 men. So for me, it was the inexperience. We talk about conceding goals. We talk about going down to 10. It was the inexperience from the players. And JT would have said, put that ball right there in throwing. Let's squeeze them up and make sure we keep them there and wait for our captain, Reece James, to come back on the pitch.
Yeah.
Easy.
So what is that?
So we can look at all that, how we consider that goal. But again, it's the experience, inexperience. Inexperience from the whole team, the whole players. That ball for me shouldn't have come back to our half. It should have gone to the Brighton half or straight to throw.
Yeah, I agree with that. So with this then, is that the players following the, I guess,
it's
mantra?
Not you can't look at that and
it's common sense.
No, it's common sense.
Yeah.
Players deal with the situation on the pitch.
Yeah.
You can talk about the manager. The manager wasn't going to always put the ball. No. It comes down to experience, leadership. Players you have on the pitch, they can take responsibility of that situation. A dead ball, down to 10 men, your captain is out because he got injured. First thing you should do, put that ball on in throwing, squeeze them up, and make sure you stop them from coming out. And then we have time for our captain to come back on the pitch. It's a no-brainer. And that's where leadership, that's where experience, and that's when we look at this team. There's no leadership, there is no experience, and you can't look back at that and say, it's the manager's fault. It's not the manager's fault. Oh. That is players taking experience, responsibility. Enzo Fernandez is a top player. He's bags of experience. He's played with the likes of Lionel Messi, played in the World Cup, won the World Cup. He should know that ball goes straight to the half. Don't play that ball back in our half, because what you're doing, what you're telling the Brighton players, come and press us. Come and press us.
Yeah.
But we're down to 10 men.
What you're saying there is you're encouraging Brighton.
You're encouraging.
To come at you. Yeah. And then, of course, in a matter of seconds. Man sent off. Brighton would eventually get their equaliser. They'd go on to win it.
Easy for them. Down to 10 men. There's a team like Brighton, you know, they're very, very Maitoma on the wing. Minte on the other side as well. You know, at some point they will break you down. They will break you down. And that's exactly what happened. Every time we go down to 10 men, I think also that's what we need to talk about. The disciplinary issue of our team. We talked about it last season on the pod here. We had so many yellow cards. Now we've extended, it's no more yellow cards anymore, it's red cards. It's a situation that Enzo Maresca needs to deal with. The disciplinary action of our players. We're getting way too many yellow cards. We're getting way too many red cards. We cannot win the Premier League like this. It's impossible. 8 points from 6 games. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. Not good enough. Not good enough. We haven't started the season really well. We need to get back to whatever we're doing last season and start playing well and start winning games.
And keeping 11 men on the field. I would help.
Keeping 11 men on the pitch. But again, it comes down, I've said it, our defense is not good enough to win the Premier League. When we won the Premier League, we had bags of experience. Of course, the leader, JT. Ricardo Carvalho, you talk about Alex, you talk about Gary Cahill came into the football club.
Ashley Cole,
Ivanovic. Man, top, Azpilicueta, top defenders. Strong. Mentalities were very, very strong.
Yeah.
Defenders you can't break down with words or tackles. They're strong, they're there. But now when I look at our defense, we are not good enough to win the Premier League. It's impossible. Until we go out and strengthen in that position. Levi Coe, I've said it, is our only top defender we have. Centre-back we have. I like Fofana, but he's always kind of injured. He's never fit. If he's fit, Fofana, I like him. I think he's going to become I think he's the top defender. He will be good alongside Levi Coe, but we need to bring another top centre-back if we want to go on to win the Premier League or call ourselves title contenders. We can't win the Premier League or the Champions League. No, we're way too exposed. And you can't play with the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Dembele against... No, they will crush us. They will expose us.
And actually, going back a week or so ago against Bayern Munich, that inexperience...
We saw that, exactly. We saw that, didn't we?
A little.
Against the likes of Harry Kane. He was laughing when he was rubbing his hands thinking, I've got you guys here with his defense. Yeah. You know, way too easy for him. Way too easy for him. And when you make mistakes against top strikers, they'll punish you. They'll punish you. In the Champions League, they'll punish you. One mistake, they'll punish you. And that's what we saw against Bayern Munich. Harry Kane was there. 2 mistakes, punished us straight away.
Of course, the problem, John, we're only in October. October's on the horizon. We've still got 3 months before the window opens. I know the easy fix is to get back into the transfer market.
That's the easy fix.
They've got to find fixes.
It is an easy fix.
In the dressing room.
I know sometimes it's not an easy fix to just go out and get players. But in this situation, it's an easy fix for us.
Experienced defender.
Must. It's a must.
And the goalkeeper.
It's a must. An easy fix for us is to go out and get another top centre-back. Whenever Levi Coe comes back, a top centre-back that can partner with him. If we had a Levi Coe right now, I don't think these mistakes that's happening would have happened. Because for me, he's that leadership. He's that voice.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of that voice, that aggressivity that we need. Calculative aggressivity. He does have all that. Timing perfect.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be conceding the goals that we're conceding right now. These mistakes wouldn't be happening. You can see there's a little bit of panic in our defense. That's why we're making way too many mistakes. From the defense to the goalkeeper, there's a little bit of naivety, panic. And when you start to panic, when you have defenders that are not comfortable, that are not solid, that are not experienced enough, everywhere is just panic.
Yeah, it runs through the team.
Exactly. And that's what's happening right now. So it's an easy fix for us. It's a quick fix. And we have to go out there and make sure we strengthen that position. If we strengthen our defense and get another top goalkeeper, we still have the chance to be able, come the end of the season, to be there. Because I've said it so many times, going forward, we're fantastic. Our defense is not good enough. We cannot win the Premier League with the centre-backs that we have and the goalkeeper that we have. Right back, Reece James, fantastic. Cucurella, yes, he needs to get back to playing well again. I think he's brilliant, but the centre-back is where we have issues.
There's issues, you're right.
It's the big issue. It's the big problem for us.
That's 3 months away. Small matter of Liverpool next weekend. I tell you what, it's a big weekend. And listen, I think we both agree, Enzo, I mean, we're not going to get carried away. I know there's some people, some Chelsea fans on social media are saying he never was the right guy. It's like, calm down. 2 sending-offs, 2 defeats. Just calm down. There needs to be serenity because it's Benfica midweek in the Champions League, the return of Jose. Then it's Liverpool at the bridge before the international break, John. They are big games. After the loss to Bayern, got to get something from this game against Benfica.
You have to.
And then when I watch, I say we. What's happened to me? Oh my God.
It's on you, Chelsea fan, mate.
I've said we. Wow. That's me out of the Man United supporter clubs. 7 points behind Liverpool, of course, with Liverpool coming to the bridge. Yeah. I'll say it. If you were to lose to Liverpool at the weekend, John.
That's what. We're already 7 points behind Liverpool.
That would be 10.
That would be 10 points. And then you're looking at it thinking, is that the season? Is that the title gone? But it's not. This is the Premier League. We have to keep thinking that we can come back. It is a Premier League.
It's still massive.
We've seen Liverpool go and lose against Crystal Palace. Listen, things can happen. Injuries might happen. Loss of form might happen. This is the Premier League. It does happen. But yes, a big game tomorrow against Benfica. That's a big one. Huge. Jose Mourinho coming back to Stamford Bridge with his Benfica side. You know, he's gone back there to try to win titles. And he's going to come to the bridge thinking, I'm not going to lose here. I'm not going to lose here. If anybody knows how to not to lose in the Stamford Bridge, it is Jose Mourinho. Well, he went how many games without losing?
The amazing stat, he went home games as a manager 9 years.
A lot.
Across Porto, into Chelsea, into Inter, Real Madrid. Quiz question, I think it was Sporting Gijón is who it was, who
Yeah.
beat Real Madrid 1-0 at the Bernabeu to end that run after 9 years.
Yeah.
151 matches,
Brilliant.
I think it was.
Brilliant. That's a manager. That's a manager who knows how to win. Who knows how to win. You know what I mean? Your home is your fortress, like people say. You can't lose at home. And now it's so easy for us to lose at home, isn't it? Like people come at home to Stamford Bridge and think they can come and turn us over and get a win. So if anybody knows how to play in Stamford Bridge, it is Jose Mourinho. But we have to find a way to win that game. We can't have a back-to-back losses at Stamford Bridge. So Jose will come with Benfica and think, you know what? They're not playing well. They have players suspended, they have injuries. He's going to come. If anybody can smell blood, it's Jose Mourinho. He will smell that and think, they're not playing well.
Yeah.
If I can be able to put a little bit of pressure on this team tomorrow, the fans might start turning on the managers, might turn on the players, few whistles here and there.
Oh, yeah.
And I can get a win here. Jose Mourinho knows how to play the mind games. The mind games is going to start. You listen to his press conference already. The mind games start from there. He knows what is happening, that the ship is not stable right now at the club. There's a little bit of results are not going well. The manager, he can try to put the manager under pressure, the fans under pressure. He knows that he might have one or two fans that are going to be on his side as well. Obviously, he's Mr. Chelsea. The club love him. The fans absolutely love him. So, Jose, make no mistake about it. He's coming to Stamford Bridge thinking, I can get a win here. I can get a win here. And again, you talked about it. A matter of days after that, we have Liverpool coming to Stamford Bridge. They also are not going to want to lose 2 games in a row. They've just lost against Crystal Palace. So Liverpool are coming to Stamford Bridge thinking, we have to get a win here. They have to get a win. So games doesn't come any easy for us. It doesn't come. We have to deal with it. This is the Premier League. It's the big boys league. We have to deal with it. Liverpool are going to come to Stamford Bridge to think they will get a result. It's up to us. How do we deal with it? How do we deal with the threat of Mo Salah, Alexandra Isak, Ekitike, Wirtz, Gakpo, Szoboszlai, McAllister. How do we deal with those players? We have to find a way. Yeah. We have to find a way.
What does your hunch say? I mean, obviously, John, we're speculating, right? But 2 bad results in those games heading into the international break. And
Not good enough. I mean, if we lose against Liverpool at home, that's what? 10 points behind Liverpool. That's so many points. I know it's the Premier League and we're not even in December yet, but to be 10 points behind Liverpool already and we call ourselves title contenders, not good enough. Not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. So the least we can do against Liverpool is to get a point. The least we can do is to get a point. We can't afford to lose that game. It's going to be a massive game for us. We can't afford to lose that game. So the least we can do is to get a draw. But I hope we can come out in that game and try to get a win. If we play well, defend well, first of all, and we have our goalkeeper having a good game, then we might have a chance.
Stay disciplined as well.
Exactly. We have to keep 10 men on the pitch. And if you're thinking any team that can put you under pressure, it is Liverpool.
Well, you said it though. I guess the only, crumb of comfort that Chelsea fans can take away from this weekend, Liverpool did lose. Their unbeaten record is gone. The only unbeaten record now in the Premier League belongs to Crystal Palace. 3 wins, 3 draws. And remember, John, we said it on this podcast, Palace themselves a little unlucky not to win at the Bridge on the opening weekend of the season.
They were. They played really, really well. They were, at the opening of the season. They were brilliant. They played really, really well. We were lucky to come out of that game with a point because Palace have been absolutely brilliant now. I think they've taken the form from last season. They've carried it on to this season. They're playing some really good football. Oliver Glasner has done a fantastic job at Crystal Palace. And to come to think about it, they've lost some really, really good players.
And I don't think enough's made of it.
Enough hasn't made of it.
Michael
the job that he's done.
Eze gone.
Michael,
we're talking
exactly.
2 massive players for that football club gone. And yet they brought you in. They've kept the system. They've kept the style. They're still getting results.
Yeah.
I don't think, John, you're right.
I don't think he get enough credit as he deserves. No. Oliver Glasner. He's done some brilliant job for at that club at Crystal Palace. Losing the likes of Olise. That has gone to Bayern Munich now. The way that kid is playing, oh my God.
Yeah.
Going from Crystal Palace, not just Crystal Palace, to Bayern Munich. And when I watched him against Chelsea, when he played against us in the Champions League, oh my God. Yeah. He had Cucurella on a toast, mate. absolutely on a toast. Absolutely destroyed Cucurella. But again, it does happen. You have one bad game. I thought Cucurella had a bad game, but Michael Olise, the way he's playing, every decision he made on that pitch that day was the right decision. He knows when to play one touch, two touch, when to dribble, when to have.
It's class.
It's class. It's joy to watch. So for Oliver Glasner to lose those players, to lose the likes of Olise and now Eberechi Eze, and to continue to win games and to continue to do well the way they're doing. I mean, Oliver Glasner has done a brilliant job with Crystal Palace. And now they remain unbeaten in the league. Second in the league.
Well, Arsenal second, Palace
Arsenal now second and Palace third. It's absolutely brilliant. And they did really well as well to keep Gay at the club. I think he's been absolutely fantastic for them. He's a rock in that defense, and they did absolutely well to keep him. But I think he's gone in January. I think Liverpool are going to snap him up in January. I think it's the deal done there, mate. I think the deal is done. I think January, he's gone. If he doesn't go in January, definitely in the summer, he's gone to Liverpool. So for me, the Liverpool game is a big one for us. It's an absolute must-win game for us. We have to make sure we win that game, because Liverpool are going to come to the bridge and try to put a lot of pressure on us. You know, you're going to have Mohamed Salah running behind you. You're going to have Ekitike. He's been absolutely on form. Of course, they lost. You can see it was a big miss against Crystal Palace.
It was.
And of course, a small matter of Alexander Isak that we have to deal with. Slowly but surely, he's coming into form now. He hasn't had the preseason. You can tell. You can see he's not he's not back to his best. But when he does, he will be absolutely brilliant for Liverpool. So for us, this is the Premier League. It doesn't come any easier. We have to find a way. And I know a lot of the Chelsea fans are slowly now trying to turn against Enzo Maresca. I like Enzo Maresca. I think he's a fantastic manager. But he needs to find a way of winning games. He needs to find a way of winning the small games, the easy games. I know there's no easy game in the Premier League.
I know what you mean, though.
But the smaller teams, he needs to find a way of breaking the smaller teams. That we've seen it again. They cause us so much pressure. Drew against Brentford and now lost against Brighton.
Yeah. Drew at Crystal Palace.
So for me, the so-called smaller teams are the ones that put us under so much pressure. We still haven't found the way of breaking them down, because they come to the breach. They make it so difficult for us. With 10 men behind the ball, we have to find a way of breaking them down. Enzo Maresca as well needs to become a winning manager. I know a lot of Chelsea fans are saying, is he the manager? Is he a winning manager? Or is he just a manager? Is he a manager that just competes? But I believe that he can start to win trophies. He needs to change his mentality and be more proactive. We have to be more proactive in games. We have to go for it in games. And I believe if we can do that, we have a very, very good team. Good manager. I like Enzo Maresca, good manager. But we need to start winning games. We drew way too many games last season, which is not good enough. And that's why, come end of the season, we went there competing to win the league. But this season, we have to find a way of winning those games. Because the likes of Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, we saw Newcastle again yesterday. Absolutely brilliant for about 80 minutes. Absolutely brilliant, Newcastle. The job that Eddie Howe has done at that club. When you have the likes of, Guimaraes, Joel Linton in that midfield. Tonali in that midfield. Absolutely brilliant. I look at the defense yesterday. Dan Burn. Winning everything, jumping, heading everything, tackles. They look absolutely solid. That's what I want to see us. Our defense needs to be more aggressive, more solid, more assured when we go into tackles. Confident, assured. That's what it's called. You will need those. We cannot win the league with the defense we have. We have to strengthen in general. Definitely have to strengthen.
Of course, there'll be a lot of people looking at this and watching and listening to this saying, wait a minute, Newcastle, again, they've been so unlucky. They did lose yesterday. And again, you can't keep being brilliant and unlucky and losing football matches. I understand that. Liverpool lost, of course, Barcelona recently. They lost again to Arsenal. But to your point, they were so unlucky in those matches because the way he sets them up, I'm such a fan of Eddie. Aggressive, to your point. They're proactive. They're busy out of possession. They're a real good team out of possession. 2 corners. Ultimately, Arsenal again, John. Stat that blew my mind. Since the 22-23 season, I think it's now 36 goals that Arsenal have scored from corners. That is 15 more, John, than anyone else.
And he spent close to $1 billion, isn't it? And
to be the new Stoke.
Turning into new Stoke, isn't it? That's Arsenal. Turning into new Stoke. They get goals from throw-ins, they get goals from corner kicks, they get goals from free kicks, and you spend $1 billion and you can't score, in open play. It's crazy. It's crazy. They were so unlucky yesterday, but yes, they did win the game, but they were so unlucky. I thought, like I've just said, Newcastle were absolutely brilliant. I thought they started the game, they were absolutely brilliant. The way they played, they were aggressive, they were first on everything, they won the first balls, they won the duels. That's what you want in massive fixtures like that. You want your players to be up for it, and Newcastle were up for it, absolutely up for it. I think Tonali is an absolutely brilliant player for them. A brilliant player for Newcastle. And when you have him, Joe Linton as well, with his energy, with his aggressivity, Guimaraes as well. When you have those three in the midfield, they look absolutely solid. And the defense, again, brilliant. Eddie Howe has done a fantastic job at that football club. But again, it comes again, Arsenal. You talk about it. Set pieces again. They score goals from... They're master at it.
They're the masters.
They're masters at it.
And I don't know whether we...
And credit to them for doing that. They're master at it. And again, we saw the corner kick again of Saliba going. This is Saliba blocking Nick Pope. Nick Pope, I thought again yesterday was absolutely fantastic. But again, the second goal, mistake, again, it comes down to decision making. He caught the ball and there was no need, 96 minutes, there was no need to try to set up a counter-attack. Lost it there, comes back, corner kick, and he didn't try, okay, you know what? It was my mistake. Let me try to make amends for it. Comes out, no man's land, and of course, header from Saliba. But again, it comes down to players having experience in games. And Nick Pope will look back at it. I thought he was absolutely fantastic yesterday, Nick Pope. Played really, make some brilliant saves. And that's what you call a top goalkeeper, making top saves.
Yeah.
He was brilliant again, But again, it comes down to them losing the game. And Arsenal, I thought yesterday, very, very lucky. Very lucky. Yes, they did win the game. And I hear people saying, that's what champions are made of. What? Champions are made of Arsenal, champions. They just won a game. They're not champions. What they say, this is what champions are made of. If Liverpool say, yes, this is how they win games, they never never give up attitude. Yes. But Arsenal talking about this is what champions are made of. Give me a fucking break, mate.
They've not done it yet.
They haven't done it yet. They haven't done it yet. They argue about winning 2 trophies, which is the Community Shield. That's not a trophy.
No, it's not.
That's not a trophy.
We established that.
I don't think Arsenal can win the Premier League this season. I don't think so.
You still think that way?
I think they still miles off it. With the team they have the best squad in the Premier League. No doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. But when you watch that game yesterday, the way they played, I don't think, mentally, I think they're very, very weak. Arsenal, I think mentally, they're weak side. And if you can be able to bully them and be aggressive on Arsenal, you have the upper hand. And I watched that game yesterday. For the best part of 80 minutes, 85 minutes, Newcastle were very aggressive, bullied Arsenal. And you can see Saka was always on the floor. One thing, again, I have to say, credit to the referee yesterday.
Good.
Oh, fantastic. We don't give them enough credit. We always come here and batter the referees. And I watched yesterday, a lot of the pundits came out yesterday after the game saying, the penalty. It wasn't a penalty.
It wasn't a penalty.
It wasn't a penalty. Yes, he did get the ball.
He got the ball.
Before the contact was made. It wasn't a penalty. And a lot of this came out yesterday. There was so many things, positive things they can come out and talk about. But what? They all decide, we're going to have to go at the referee. The referee was absolutely fantastic yesterday. Let play go, wasn't blowing at every dive, every cheat that Arsenal were trying to fall on the floor, trying to get penalties, trying to get fouls. He let play go. And it's been a long time since I saw a referee was not always blowing the whistle. The game was flowing. There was tackles. There was aggressivity. That's the Premier League. That's what we used to see in the Premier League.
And I was delighted to see the little, I'm going to call it push, where Gabriel fell. It wasn't.
Gabriel does that to opponents week in, week out.
It was a great
on the
decision.
opponent's half. He does that week in, week out. Every goal he scores, he does that.
He feels a bit
He
of
goes
contact.
on the opponent's half, corner kicks, throwing. He's pushing and shoving and kicking and stamping on people's feet. He does that. He's the most dirtiest defender in the Premier League. And yesterday was crying like a baby.
He was.
That he got 2 hands on his back.
Crazy.
But credit to him, mentality-wise,
He got the winner.
He got the winner.
He did.
Credit to him. But he does that week in, week out to opponent. So he shouldn't be the one crying because that's what he does to opponent week in, week out. So
Arsenal,
credit to Arsenal. Very, very lucky that they did come out with a win yesterday. So,
and given Liverpool lost, Chelsea lost.
yeah, it was a good result.
Okay, City won, but it was a really good weekend.
Good weekend for them.
For
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
They're up
for
in the
Arsenal,
second.
yeah.
They're only 2 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool, of course, going to Stamford Bridge at the weekend. Another, you know where I'm going next, John, another terrible weekend for Man United.
Oh,
I mean,
my
the
God.
stats, the 3-1 defeat at Brentford. It's now, 7 points from their 6 matches. You look at this stat for you, this blows my mind. Manchester United have not won back-to-back games in the Premier League since May and August of 2024, John. Ended the season with a 2-0 win. I think it was away at Brighton. They started the season of the 24-25 season with a 1-0 win at home to Fulham. It's the last time United won back-to-back games. It's been over a year, John. Over a year.
Manchester United, I don't know where to start from.
He needs to go.
You have way too many problems. Manchester United, way too many problems at that team. You can talk about the manager. You can talk about Bruno Fernandes for me. Is he the right player for the club?
I like him.
Yes, we can say he's fantastic.
He's not captain.
He's a good player. He's a brilliant player, but he's an individual player. You need to find a team that works for Bruno Fernandes, a team that will work for Bruno Fernandes. Let him just be there, the guy that creates the chances and score the goals. That's Bruno Fernandes. When you do not have a team that works for Bruno Fernandes, you struggle. And when I watch this Manchester United side, I don't think they have the team because the team is built around him. Make no mistake about that. The team is built around him. The system doesn't work for him.
No chance.
He's not a holding player. He's not a number 6. He's not a 2 holding player. He's not. That's not Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is a brilliant player. I can vouch for that all day. Fantastic player. But the system that Manchester United is playing right now does not work for Bruno Fernandes. And that's why it's detrimental to the team. The team doesn't function well when they play that system and you have Bruno Fernandes playing as a number 6.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. That's not his job. His job, you need to play him top end of the pitch.
Yeah.
That's where he's more effective. You play him as a number 6. He can't do the dirty job. He doesn't have the legs to break up plays. He doesn't. He's not a Caicedo. He's not a Gravenberch.
No.
He's not. That's not his job. Play him up on the pitch where he can be more effective, where he can create chances. You know what I mean? And the defense of Manchester United, Harry Maguire, oh my God. And they're talking about extending his contract. What is going on here? What is going on at the club, at Manchester United? I have no fucking idea.
No, I don't think anyone in the club
The
does.
recruitment process is absolutely shambles. 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 I've said it. I've backed the manager, Amorim, since he came in. I thought he's a very, very good manager. I watched him at Sporting when he was at Sporting. The way they played, absolutely fantastic. Brilliant.
Yeah.
But the players at this Manchester United team are not good enough for the system that he wants to play. They're not good enough. Harry Maguire, Delete, all over the fucking place in the game.
You're right.
He moved Maguire to the right. He moved Delete to the left, trying to find a system that works. It doesn't work. Too slow. They can't run.
They are both.
And you have a Fernandes and a Casemiro. As your two hold him, I know Casemiro didn't play, but you have him. If he's fit, he plays.
He plays.
You can't win the league with those two. You will finish 13-14 with those two as your holding players. That's where you finish. And that's where they are right now. And I think that's where they're going to end up in the season. 13-14, languishing at the back end of the table. That's where Manchester United are going to finish. At some point, the manager during the game, this is so funny. Mbuemo, who you bought for how much? 60 million or so.
Closer to 70.
Closer to 70. He had him playing right wing back. What is going on here? Mbuemo did play right wing back. Mason Mount played left wing back.
It's all over the shop.
All over the fucking place.
It is. So that leads to the question. I mean, what is he? He's won 9 league games in 33, John.
Yeah.
You were pestering me before we started this podcast to tell you how many he's won against Premier League clubs.
He hasn't won enough.
He's won 6 because, of course, he won 2 against Leicester and 1 against Ipswich. They're no longer in the Premier League. So he's won 6 Premier League matches. His winning percentage in the Premier League is around 27%. His winning percentage as Man United boss in all competitions is 36%. And yet we continue to be told he is our man.
And yeah, he's still at the job. I have no idea. Listen, I think he's a brilliant manager. I think he's a good manager.
Do you?
I think he's a good manager. I think he's a young, good manager. But I think the system that he wants to play at Manchester United, for the love of God, please. I have never seen a manager, since I played football for so many years, I played against the best managers. Name them. I've played under them. I've watched them. I've studied them, their mentality, where they approach games. Ruben Amorim, you losing 2-1 against Brentford away, or 3-1. What do you do as a manager?
To change the
You
game.
change it up.
Yeah.
Why are you still playing 5 in the back? 3 in the back. Why? Managers chase games. You're already losing anyways.
Yeah.
You're going to end up losing the game. I just watch him and I think his body language, he looks like he wants out. He wants out. He's thrown in the towel. He's done. He can't watch Bruno Fernandes every time it's a penalty. His head is down there.
Yeah.
He can't watch him. At some point, he can't watch his players perform on the pitch. He's giving up. He wants out. He wants to be sacked. He's giving up.
Does he go?
The problem is way too much for him to deal with. Way too much to deal with. He can't fix Manchester United problem. Ruben Amorim cannot fix the problems of Manchester United. It's impossible.
Okay.
He's thrown in the towel. I watch him every time on the touchline. His body language is always there. He shakes his head. He doesn't smile. Nothing. That energy feeds into the players. It runs through the players, through the team. The players can see it. That this manager doesn't believe in anything we're doing.
That's it.
And that instruction is coming from you. Yeah. The players have to believe what you're telling us to do. And the players look at him on the touchline. They're thinking,
he's not having us.
He's not having us, man.
It is.
He's not having us.
It is like that.
That's what's happening.
It is like that.
He's thrown in I think he's giving up. It's just, you cannot be that stubborn and say, I will not change my system. At some point, that's not stubborn anymore. That is just stupidity.
It is.
Stupidity.
And that's why your point, because I like him, and I think there is a good coach there. But at what point, with his failure to change, do we start saying, well, wait a minute, you're maybe not as good as we thought? Because good coaches, good managers adapt.
Good top managers adapt. We can see Pep Guardiola,
That's
the best
not
managers.
working. I change it. What is it, the old saying? Insanity is when you keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
Yeah. Same thing over and over again. And every club now, every team come to play Manchester United week in, week out. They know exactly what they're facing.
Same weaknesses.
Same system, same play.
Yeah.
Same.
It's a problem.
You cannot continue to be that stubborn. I can understand when you start the game that way. But when it's not working, during the game, you're down 1-2-0. Switch it. Switch it. Go for it. Change the game. Play 2 men up front. Go 4-4-2. Try to affect the game. Try to change the result of the game. Because you're down anyways. You can't keep playing 3 in the back. At some point, it's not stubbornness anymore. Yeah. It's just stupidity.
Yeah. So with that then, he's a dead man walking.
With that, he's a dead man working. I think it's a matter of time he's gone.
Who comes in?
I don't think any manager want to go to Manchester United.
Someone else said that to me recently.
With the players that they have.
It's still Man United though, John. Come on, still.
It's still Manchester United. It's still a massive, it's still a huge football club.
Tell me this.
Who will go there?
If Glasner gets a phone call, and I'm not saying he's the right man, there is still a little bit of a worry he's flavour of the month. But if Glasner takes a phone call now from Sir Jim Ratcliffe, say, Oliver, we want you at Old Trafford.
Not with that defence. Not with that defence.
You don't think he takes it?
I think he takes it, but he has to bring in his own players. Not with that defence. Not with that. Ruben Amorim had the chance, had the opportunity in the summer to fix that situation.
And he just bought attackers.
And he just bought attackers. Bayern Munich got rid of Delit. There was a reason why they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Harry Maguire was not playing. There's a reason why he was not been playing. There was a reason why he was stripped of the captaincy.
There is always that worry, John, isn't there? When big clubs sell you players, it's a bit like...
There's a reason why big clubs get rid of the players.
So De Ligt, question. Ugarte from PSG.
There's a reason.
There's a reason.
Mazraoui, there's a reason.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich got rid of him. And what's happened to Bayern Munich now? They're flourishing.
And Real
They're
Madrid,
flourishing. Real Madrid.
Real Madrid happy with 80 million for or 60 million for Casemiro.
For Casemiro, exactly. So you watch all this. The players that they're getting a wash. Listen, I'm a player. I was a player. And sometimes I just feel that players or clubs get the wrong players for the system they want to play. I've said it so many times. I absolutely adored Casemiro when we played.
Wrong time.
Rock solid for Real Madrid. Fantastic player. Scored goals, breakthrough plays, energy. The Premier League is the Premier League. You cannot, in the Premier League, be found out. Once the clubs, teams find out the weak point, they will attack it. They will go for it. And the easy route to Manchester United is through the midfield. It's so easy to play through Manchester United. So easy. Yeah. Watch it during games. So easy to play through that midfield.
There's no energy.
There's no energy. There's no legs. I know they went for Baleba. But yeah, 100 million. I thought a bit too much. A bit much, yeah. But you should have strengthened that position. And again, I watched this kid, Kobe Mainoo. My word, what has happened to Kobe Mainoo? What has happened to that kid?
Doesn't fancy him.
What has happened to that kid? Doesn't fancy him. I watched him when he came on the pitch. A shadow of who he was when he burst into the scene. A shadow of who he was, Kobe Mainoo. Was that fall at the second goal or third goal?
Third goal.
He looked heavy. He looked like he doesn't know what he's doing, Kobe Mainoo. And when the manager doesn't believe in you, when the manager doesn't have the belief and trust you, that happens. And he's a kid as well. He's a young player. I will not sit here and criticize. He's a young player, so much improved. But coming from the Kobe Mainoo that we know, even some Paul Scholes was singing praises that he's like Zinedine Zidane. That's what we thought. That was the Kobe Mainoo that we thought. But now when I watch him, he's the shadow of who he is. He looks heavy. He looks leggy every time he plays. What has happened to Kobe Mainoo? I think the manager have absolutely zero trust and belief in the player. And that's what has happened. If Manchester United got the right money for him in the summer, they would have gotten rid of him.
They would have.
And for me, he's the best. I know he's not playing well, but he's still the best midfield player that Manchester United have today. The manager keeps getting rid of young, good academy players from Manchester United. Rashford, rid of. Sancho, rid of. Garnacho, rid of. Kobe Mainoo wanted to get rid of. Didn't get the right amount of money.
McTominay, gone.
McTominay, gone. Now McTominay is God in Naples.
Yes.
He is God in Naples.
Yes.
There's a picture of him in the walls everywhere you go in Napoli.
Go on, Scott. You're right, though.
He's getting rid of young, good, energetic players, academy players, and he's keeping the old legs, old legs on the pitch.
I think that's to balance the books, John, because we spent so much money on dross.
Yeah, there's a way to balance the books, man. You can balance the books. No matter how much you want to balance the books, you have to find a way to keep players with legs they can run. This is the Premier League. Pep Guardiola has said it so many times. The reason why they were so successful back when they were... Because everybody thought because they were playing tiki-taka more than ever. No. He's come out and said it. They run more than anyone else. Yeah. Anyone else.
And I'll tell you right now, United definitely don't do that.
No chance.
So I'm going to ask you then, if he is a dead man walking, if we're expecting United at some point sooner rather than later to pull the pin on Ruben Amorim, who gets the job? Who do they pick up the phone to? It's not going to be Gareth Southgate. If you say Gareth Southgate, I'm walking out of this studio. Is it going to be Glasner? Is it going to be Eddie Howe? Is it going to be Areola?
Your mate is available again. Graham Potter.
I would love to sit here and say yes, but no.
I would have loved to say he's a young manager, but he was shocking at West Ham. But again, West Ham are probably, for me, the team with the worst team in the Premier League. No question. There's no question about West Ham. I watched them. I think the only good player there is
Bowen.
That's
or
it.
Paqueta, I like.
Paqueta was good, but after his problems, he's not the same player anymore.
Bowen is the one.
Bowen is the one. That's the only player that West Ham United have. They have the worst team in the Premier League. West Ham.
Yeah, the squad makeup is all over.
It's impossible.
It's a hodgepodge.
West Ham. So for me, it was a difficult job for him. He didn't do well at Chelsea. I thought he had good players at Chelsea. Didn't do well. But at West Ham, it was a very, very difficult job for him. But I think I would have sat here and say Graham Potter would have been the one. Gareth Southgate, listen,
No,
for me,
John,
no matter how well you look at it, he has been the most successful English manager in terms of the national team that you have that's ever coached
John,
England.
If we appoint Gareth Southgate on this pod, I don't even live in London. I will buy a season ticket to Chelsea if we appoint Gareth Southgate.
Who do you think then is going to take over as a Manchester United?
You know, I'll tell you who I would want, because I think he's at a bit of a glass ceiling. I want Eddie Howe. I want United to go back to all of the things you said earlier on in this podcast. Newcastle, what they are, they're a proactive team. Okay, they're not tiki-taka, but they're in your face. They're aggressive out of possession, and they win football matches. He's won a League Cup. He's taken them twice into the Champions League. I think that's as far as you can go. With the way that the football rules are set up, Saudi would love to invest more money. They simply can't. So I think he's done. He's probably taken Newcastle.
You think that's why he's taking Newcastle?
As far as he probably can, John. I want him to come in. I want him to kick on. I think who will United go for? Ultimately, I think they'll go for flavour of the month. So I think Glasner will probably.
You think Glasner's going to get it?
He's favourite with the bookmakers.
Yeah, I think so as well.
But Frankfurt to Crystal Palace to Man United, there's no guarantee, right?
Yeah.
That's a massive jump. He's walking into a basket case of a football club. To your point, John, a lot of players in there are not good enough. But the one thing he does have going for him, back three, he's played it to perfection.
He's played it to perfection,
The 3-4-2-1 that Amorim's trying to play, Glasner has got it down pat. Now, the reason for that...
You need players.
Wharton.
Exactly. In the midfield, you need a Wharton in the midfield.
Yes.
You need those players in the midfield.
Exactly.
Even if you want to play that three in the back, you need players, you need legs in the midfield. By the way, Wharton, I think, is
he's brilliant.
Brilliant. He's not going to be there next season. Palace need to cash in.
Yeah.
They absolutely have to. Real Madrid hired him.
So are Liverpool. That's the big one.
So for me, Wharton is another one that's going to go. For me, absolutely brilliant. Young player. Every time I watch him, fantastic player to watch. He gets the ball forward. How do I break play? He breaks up the play, passes forward, moving forward. Everything he does. Absolutely brilliant. Young, fantastic player to watch. Wharton. Brilliant player.
Yeah, I love him too.
So for me, I think when you play that position, you need those two midfield players that have legs to run, that can cover the ground. Because the space is going to be too big for them to cover, because that midfield is going to be too big. So you need players that can cover the ground. And that's why I think Manchester United do not have Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes cannot give you that.
No.
Casemiro has been brilliant all throughout his career. He cannot give you that anymore. His legs are gone. His legs are gone. I'm sorry. He knows that.
I mean, the fact we're sitting here talking about a Man United team that have not won back-to-back matches in the Premier League for over a year, it says a lot, John.
You cannot. Manchester United, it doesn't matter what manager they bring in today, they cannot win football matches. They will not be successful with the defense they have. Luke Shaw, I'm sorry, he's been injured for God knows how many, and he's back.
Yeah.
Was a fantastic player when he was, but he's always injured. He was never fit. Now he's back. You know, he's okay, Luke, but he's not a player that plays three in the back. So for me, you cannot, Manchester, it doesn't matter who they bring in. They need to clear out those defense. Those defenders need to go and bring in two holding players. That has legs. They can cover grounds, that are good on the ball and can break up play. That's what they need. Until they do that, it doesn't matter who they bring in that football club. It's going to be the same result. It's going to be the same result. I'm sorry, Maguire cannot do it anymore. Delete, for me, he's rational. He's all over the fucking gaff.
Yeah. He is. Premier League doesn't suit him.
It doesn't suit him. So for me, it's Manchester. They need to find a solution. The recruitment process has to get better. So for me, Manchester United, Ruben Amorim has to be. You know, I know he said he's gonna die with the way he plays. He's gonna,
and he will.
If he was gonna change, he would have changed.
Yeah.
Ruben Amorim is not gonna change. Forget about it. He's gonna be sacked playing the way he's playing, and that's what's gonna happen. So for me, it's just I think when you're at that football club as Manchester United, you will do everything to keep your job. Right now, I think he's thrown in the towel. He's given up. He's thinking, get me out of here.
Brilliant. Great. Love that. Just get rid of him then, if that's going to be the case, because I'm with you on that. I think it's only a matter of time. Of course, the other news we've touched on it, Graham gone from West Ham. Nuno Espirito Santo in. Sacking a manager on a Saturday, John. I'm not having it. Don't let him do the press conference on the Friday. It clearly means that Nuno there was a couple of details in the contract or whatever, but Graham gone, 6 wins in 25. Everyone knows on this podcast I love the man. He'll be all right. Whether it's back in the Premier League, I've got my doubts now, to be honest. Johnny will have to maybe go away. Nuno parachutes in, 3-year deal. You've said it, West Ham are a basket case as well. I mean...
How did he sort that out? How does he sort that out, Nuno? Again, he's walking into, I think, a very, very difficult job. Fantastic job he did at Nottingham Forest. Why they got rid of him, God knows.
I know.
Absolutely God knows. I mean, you can see now, whatever is going on there is absolutely shambles.
He's yet to win. He's yet to win.
Shambles. He hasn't won a football match, Ange. And we said here on the pod, when he got appointed, I think they will struggle. Because you cannot get you cannot get rid of a manager that's brought you to
Success.
Europe,
Yeah.
For best part of 30 years or something like that. You haven't been in Europe. He's brought you back to Europe. And for some sort of discussion or some sort of communication process. But again, I will not defend Nuno for coming out. Whatever's going on in there should be dealt with behind closed doors.
Yeah.
For him to come out in public at press conferences and attack the owner, for me, I think that's wrong. A manager should never do that.
And he paid with his job.
Should never do that. Every decision, whatever you need to sort out with your owner, with your hierarchy, sort it out behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Don't bring it out in the public. And Nuno did that not once, not twice. He did it. He came out a lot of times and criticized the owner. Was he trying to pass a message through saying, I'm not in support of Edu that's coming to the football club?
That's what it was.
Because my communication with you was direct last season. Now I have to go through Edu to get in touch with you. Probably that's something that's happened. And the owners thought, you know what? I need to get rid of you. So for me, getting rid of him, I think that should have been sorted out one way or the other. Should have been sorted out. Nuno should have still remained at Nottingham Forest because they were a good team to watch last season. Nuno had got them playing some really good football. They were solid. They were difficult to beat. They were not the most flamboyant team. They were not the best team, but they were difficult to beat. Now, you just walk through over them and just score goals against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen against when Ange was the manager with Tottenham. They were conceding way too many goals. How many goals have they conceded now? Way too many goals now.
Yeah, they
this
conceded
season with Nottingham
3 at
Forest.
Arsenal. They then conceded 3 against Swansea in the League Cup. They conceded 1 at Burnley, 2 at Real Betis, beaten at the weekend at home to Sunderland. So he's yet to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah,
He's yet to win.
Yeah.
So he'll say it's going to take time, but I do worry about Nottingham Forest. John, I'm conscious of time.
I do worry about Nottingham Forest as well. And I think one thing that Ange Postecoglou is not good at, when things are going wrong for Ange, we know he's not the best manager to deal with bad results. He's not. He's going to come out in press. He's going to say things that he shouldn't say.
Yeah.
He's not very good with the press. So he's not good with the manager. He's not good with the fans. You need the fans behind you. And we saw he failed that at Spurs. The connection between him and the Spurs fans was something that was not good at all. You need to connect with your fans.
Yeah.
He's not good at that. He's not good when he comes out at press conferences to talk about games. So for me, there's so many things that Ange needs to sort out. If it's not going well for him, it's all the way down.
Yeah, they could.
So I think Nottingham Forest are going to struggle. I think Ange is going to play the same way. It's the Ange ball. It's just going to attack. They look easy now to break down. They look easy to score goals against. So for me, that's something that we didn't see against Nuno. So
that's what Nuno will have to do, make West Ham
difficult to beat.
Right, last couple from me. 2 predictions from you. It is the return of Jose, the special one, to the bridge. So are you back in here, your former club or your former manager? Who gets the result?
Listen, I think it's going to be a difficult game. We've got injuries, we've got suspensions. It's going to be a difficult game. I hope we turn out, and we've lost the first game in the Champions League. We can't afford to lose the second game again in the Champions League. So we have to do everything possible. Enzo and the players and the boys have to do everything possible to make sure we get a result. We cannot afford to lose against Benfica. So I think we should be able to win that game.
Right.
We should be able to win that game. So another lose is not good. It's not good enough. And we have Liverpool coming. So we don't want to lose 3 games in a row. That's gonna be bad.
And then Liverpool at the weekend.
And Liverpool on the weekend. So yeah. Listen, the Premier League, it keeps coming.
It's unforgiving.
It keeps coming. Yeah. It's unforgiving. So it doesn't matter what your result was on the weekend. It keeps coming. It comes thick and fast. You have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know, so we know that. It's just unfortunate that we didn't. Again, we look light. We look very, very light in our squad. We look very, very light, and especially the defense. We look very, very light and weak. We did not strengthen that position at the summer. We did not strengthen that position at the summer. And is a key position for us. To win championships, your defense, your centre backs has to be top centre backs. Top centre backs.
We'll have a word.
To win trophies.
We'll have a word with JT. We'll get JT the shin pads and the boots back on. And we'll just parachute him back in. Right, conscious that we've got, we're going to get a wriggle on, so we do. Thursday, I want to reiterate that point. Brand new Obi One podcast made possible by BetWinner. Interview John in Brazil with none other than Oscar. Do check that out. Available on all podcast platforms and, of course, on our YouTube channel. And then a reminder again, tickets, get them Monday, 13th of October. It will be a fantastic night. The Clapham Grand, centre of London. We're expecting many of you to turn out for John Obi Mikel with Mr. John Terry. We will be reminiscing about the glory old days at Chelsea, and as John has already said, talking about what's kind of going wrong and what can maybe happen in the coming months as well. John, always a pleasure. Never chore. Looking forward to that brand new podcast interview with Oscar on Thursday. But from us here on Taking the Mikel, thank you so much. Say hello to us, give us a rating, follow us on social media, and we'll be back with you again very soon.